And Melissa here. You know, I have a divorce case this morning happening in like an hour and 40 hour and 15 minutes. So, last time I wore my regular tank top in court and someone on my YouTube channel was like, "You wore that to court?" It's probably my husband or one of his buddies. Anyways, I've got a nice dressy shirt on, but because I'm on my way out the door soon, I'm going to be having to do divorce stuff in my truck because I'm dropping my son off at work. So, don't let anyone bring you down. Don't let anybody take you down. You are valuable. You are worthy. So, I've got my husband's non-attorney, Kevin Leandro, saying because I called him Patchy because he wears an eye patch, that I'm making fun of his disability. And he told the court, he went and said, "If you say that again to me, I'm going to tell the court." So he told the court and he put down breakdown of communication during discovery. And the reason why I called him that, not to make fun of someone's disability, because that is not nice, right? I was brought up not to make fun of disabled people. But because he likes to throw accusations at me. He likes to bully me. He likes to throw accusations at me. The latest accusation is that I actually went into a real estate class because I wanted an affair with somebody. And I'm like, what the hey, right? So I took a real estate class because I took it in, what was it, January I signed up with KW. There's a lady who does classes with KW, very well known. She's been doing this like I think 30 years or something. So when I was at Carrabba's, working over there in Bedford, New Hampshire, there were a couple guys who came in and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we work over here," because I had overheard their conversation. And I'm like, "Oh, do you work over here? Because I know a pastor who works at KW." And he's like, "Yeah, we know, you know what, we think that sounds pretty familiar. We're pretty familiar with that name." And I'm like, "Yeah, so he's a pastor and I know who he is and he works over there and I'm taking a real estate class." And the reason why I took a real estate class was because we were losing our home. And I kind of got on the ball. I knew the landlord was up and down and we were looking for places. And I'm like, use another resource. Take a real estate class, get the inside scoop, and that will help you. So when I was working for them, they're like, "Yeah, you ought to come over. We need help." And da da da. So I went over there for an interview and I met one of the guys who runs the place. Very nice guy. We were talking about my Uncle Bill and the projects, and he came from the projects. And I'm like, "Oh, I like your book up there, The One Thing." And so I had already heard about that book, and we talked about the book, and he knew people from Manchester, where my uncle grew up in Rock Rimmon Projects. So there was definitely a connection there. So he's like, "Yeah, when you definitely finish the test, you know, I had finished the course. He's like, when you finish the test, let me know and come on in." And unfortunately, because of the crises, I came over here. PSI lost my results. And so I never pursued it. And so I'm dealing with this morning and just a lot of accusations, so this whole thing has been a divorce of accusations that have not been true. And I see a text coming my way that I got to get. So don't let anyone bring you down. We look at other examples. I'm watching Elizabeth Taylor. She had a lot of storms in life, and a lot of people saying a lot of things about her. Probably some of it's true, probably a lot of it's not. But anyways, it doesn't take away from your essence. Christ says, "Whoever makes one of these of mine stumble, woe to him." So we know that we are secure in Christ, right? I'm good. I mean, I've had some situations in life that have been totally like, major storms in life, major. One of them, when I had, a couple work situations, one of them I actually like totally fell on my face. I am serious. I was like, I want to fall on my face and just, just basically die, not really die, but really, just hit in the gut. I mean, like a sucker punch, right? So, I mean, that took me a little while to get back up. I had music that helped me, Jason Gray, etc. I met him at a concert with my sons, and just so when you get hit in life, you need to just stay strong and know who you are. And I have a huge foundation, huge, with my family, knowing who I am, knowing how valuable I am. My Uncle Bill, he spoke a lot into my life. I still listen to some of the music that reminds me of him and reminds me of driving with my mom to Manchester and listening to music with her. And I have so many good memories. And I think that going back to the beginning is a huge strength that you have in life. So, I still am connected to some people that I've known since like elementary school. And they remind you of who you are when things get tough in life. So don't let anyone bring you down. You are too valuable. I will be letting you know how my divorce goes today after we finish up. Okay, thanks for joining me.